Welcome back, you guys, to the Cher Effect. Today's video all about skincare. I am a long time skincare enthusiast. I'm also a 20+ year licensed psychologist, mental health professional. So I'm always coming at my viewpoints from that lens. Today I want to talk about what I've really kind of narrowed in as my minimal effective doses of skincare. Skincare has gotten crazy out there. It's over monetized, it's over pushed. We have content creators who are using beauty filters to push products. So it's not even, their face doesn't even look like that. And they're pushing the product that is supposed to make your skin do that. I will never use a beauty filter on anything I'm doing. I'll get up close. This is my skin. I did put on some mascara, you guys. I'm filming. I have to look at myself, but nothing on my skin. I'm going to walk through a typical day skincare with you, but let's chat about this crazy, beautiful aesthetic space. So if that sounds good, grab something to eat or drink. Put me on in the background, if you will. Let's chat. So the effectiveness of my daily skincare routine really starts the night before. If there is one ingredient that has made the biggest difference in my skin over the last 15 years, it's tretinoin. I do use a prescription tretinoin. I use the Altrino. That's because it is buffered with these beautiful like glycerin humectants that help me be able to use it every night. I can use Altrino every night. It's a 0.5, so it's a lower level than a full 1.0 that some people work their way up to. But what I like about it, I don't get the irritation and I can use it every night. I cannot pull it down my neck. No siree. No, I cannot do that. So I need a different formula for my neck, and I do want to get the benefits of retinol and anti-aging benefits on the neck, of course, and pulling down to my décolleté. So the Photozyme with DNA repair and retinol is a great formula. It doesn't irritate my very sensitive neck. Great on the deck. I'm getting those DNA repair overnight. I'll lock it in. Sometimes I'll do a slugging or whatever, but those are the key ingredients. If I did nothing else, that's it. And it's the one that makes the most impact on my skin, helping lighten any sun damage, hyperpigmentation, evening out skin tone, working on, crow's feet, and working on lines to keep them from etching in, and also just general overall collagen synthesis production, keeping the collagen cycle youthful and boosted. So for anyone who hasn't heard me say this, I don't use Botox, I don't use injectables, I don't have filler in my face, I haven't had any surgeries, I don't use a beauty filter to filter my face and make it look like not my face, but a better face. And what else? That's it. I am in the process of getting an IPL treatment. I had my first one done professionally. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I've gotten no response from my first IPL. All these darkened sunspots on my chest did not sort of light up and get darker. So I'll have to go back for the second one and talk about that with my practitioner. After I rinse or cleanse my skin in the morning, usually just a cold water rinse, I like to lay down a layer of moisture. That's usually for me going to be in the form of a toner. Toner isn't necessary. Can use just like a spray bottle with some mineral water in it. But I like a toner, and I love the Peach and Lily Lazy Day All-in-One toner pads. Again, not necessary, but just a lovely Korean formulation of all those beautiful botanicals and ingredients that soothe and calm the skin and just lay down this nice little layer. I use these for so many different things. I might use them in the midday if I feel like I'm not going out anymore and I've got layers of SPF and I just want to wipe them off because it's feeling heavy. It just leaves behind this calming moisture barrier to go on and do my steps with. Now, another toner that I can't be without, it's not a necessary, but I have ordered it so many times. This is a travel size. I have a full size coming in. and that's the Glow Recipe AHA PHA. It is the most gentle way to get an exfoliation into your routine. It's got the PHA and BHA, but it also has this lovely glycerin. So it feels as hydrating as it does, you know, sort of lifting and brightening. I don't personally get any irritation with this. PHA is such a gentle acid. So dry skin, sensitive skin, it tends to do well with. I love to add in peptides during the day, especially around the eye, around the lips, in the forehead, really everywhere. I want peptides going in and signaling collagen synthesis, all the things that peptides can do. We even have peptides that help kind of relax tightened, constricted tissue. So it's helping with relaxing some fine lines or keeping them basically from getting etched in and turned into deeper lines. I absolutely adore Lemieux. This is the TGF booster. This has your growth factor in it. The reason I love Lemieux is really their formulations are just so beautiful. They're just silky, never pill on me, and just seep right into the skin and leave this gorgeous, glistening, moisturized layer that I so seek. Now that I have that lovely glistening moisture layer, I would just go in with a moisturizer. And most days for me, that is just going to be in the form of my SPF. I talk about it all the time. I'm not going to go way into the details, but the Lightsaver with DNA repair enzyme, my absolute favorite, gorgeous formula. And I do get the addition of those DNA repair enzymes working on my skin. If I'm going to buy something, it needs to be doing the work. It needs to be working on my skin. And then I've probably ordered 8 tubes of Say Slip Tint in 3.5. It is a gorgeous tinted SPF, moussey, sinks right into my skin, gives me a little glow, evens out skin tone, and that's it. But since today I am not bothering, I'm not going outside, so I don't want to layer that on. So since I don't have to put on SPF and I'm having an all skincare day, I'm going to go ahead and use the Numbuzin NAD Plus BioLift BioSil. This is a NAD formulation. Now, I don't know if the NAD is doing anything, but I'll tell you, I love this as a moisturizer. It has a little bit of like a stretchiness to it. It seems like it would be sticky, but it's not. It actually blends into the skin kind of like a gel serum, which I prefer rather than a heavy moisturizer. Even though I have dry skin, this will give that sort of beautiful glass skin look, but it's also extremely calming to the skin. And if I've had like a little bit of extra irritation, especially on my neck from retinol or something, or my traveled down, I will use this, and it's super, super healing, calming. Love that. I'm going to end with a treat. This is the Peach and Lily Cryo Reset Calming Mask Pads. So I can do like a little flash mask with these, which is fun. Sometimes you don't feel like putting on one of those big masks and not being able to walk around. And this, I can do whatever I want whilst I have this beautiful, calming, cooling little sort of spot mask. I keep this in the fridge. This is so, so nice after something like microneedling, or if I had a little skin sensitivity, or even when it's just hot and it just feels lovely to have this treatment on my skin. And I'll just leave those until there is no more juice left. And yeah, it's gorgeous. So skincare, what has happened with skincare, my friends? It has just gotten so trendy, and it's gotten such a sort of an exaggerated version of itself, I think. And there's a couple of different sides to that. I think on the one side it's great because we've got so many people into skincare, and hopefully so many people into things like SPF. So we're taking better care of our skin and making sure that something is not being let go that might be concerning, that needs to be checked out by a derm. I'm going to do my lippy. This is the Arcadia Lip Renewal Hydrator. What I love about this is it's just a very, very simple hydrating lip balm. The slightest tint really doesn't show up on the lips at all, but it's all about the ingredients. It's plump, plushy, not sticky at all. It feels like a hyaluronic acid serum for my skin, which is what I always go for. I have a clear one of these. I'll put that on at night and overdraw so that I am getting into all those fine lines around the lips. Love these. They are really reasonably priced. I'll try to link them below. On the one hand, I think it's great that we have so many more people really looking at their skin and taking care of their skin, hopefully seeing something, going to the derm if they're concerned about it. All of that is great. On the other end is content creators who are really kind of charlatans. They're sort of selling based on filtered images that don't even look like their skin at home, and also just overselling products that we don't necessarily need. I'll be the first one to say something like these cryo masks are a entertainment and luxuriating value for me. I will use this as a part of a self-care routine, enjoy it. I do think my skin benefits. I mean, I'm not hating my skin. My skin is loving what I do, but I'm always sort of riding that balance between like, what am I putting in my savings and am I making sure not to overspend, which obviously is easy to do, not getting too caught up in consumerism. So, I think like anything else these days in our modern world, I think we just need to keep our wits about us, not get too caught up into anyone's hype. And knowing that, sometimes I'll just take a pause, I'll see, because I can really get caught into a new product and I'll see it and go, oh my God, I want that. I've tried a lot of really lovely products, some of them terribly expensive. And the things that have really made the biggest difference in my skin, that's what I'm making videos about, guys. The microneedling and the consistent use of tretinoin, and obviously SPF and good self-care and good nutrition and, lymphatic drainage because I'm moving my body, So it's not going to be in one bottle that we find this miracle. I love this particular formulation because it's mid-range priced, a little bit more than the ordinary, although I'm happy to use an ordinary matrixyl formulation every other time I buy this. But it's a gorgeous formulation with some good sound peptides in it, which have been shown to really help skin rejuvenation. So I'm okay spending a little bit of money on that. But, just sort of weighing things out, leaving things in carts for a while and deciding, do I really need this or do I just stick with my basics? Because my basics have taken me a long way. And I'd love to hear where you guys are at with that. If you found out that a content creator were using beauty filters, does that bother you? I'm not bothered by people filtering images, although I haven't thought about that. Hold on. Pause for that one. It's not the use of filtering. It's like, you go girl, filter yourself and post that. But if you are selling something, now we're in a different arena. And I feel that it is dishonest to use filters that actually alter, even the shape of the face, certainly the tone, blurring out wrinkles. That's just not being honest when you're selling a product based on, oh, it's going to help with this or that. Now, we've gotten into this time also of like AI generation and where these filters are getting highly sophisticated. And even if I weren't posting content, I wouldn't use them. And here's why. I love myself. I love myself. It's taken a long time. And some days are hard, but for the most part, I really, really care about this person and her beauty and her style and her aesthetic. So I don't want to use an AI generator to give me this sort of really boosted, idealized the image of myself, because then I'm going to go and look at the mirror that night, wash my makeup off or my skin tint or my mascara and see just that me, just that raw me that I live with. And I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want there to be this big cavern between these projected images of myself out there, or what I have in my phone, or what I have on my cover, whatever. I don't want to see this great cavernous difference between that image and what I actually look like in my life, walking around my life and in my relationships. So for me, it's a pitfall that I choose not to fall into. If you see any filter, for me, it's like a 2016 Instagram light filter, but I will not filter or alter the way that my physiology looks. It is what it is. Maybe that's a little bit of why I don't choose to also do any surgery, not even really injectables. Another reason is it's very expensive, but I think it goes beyond expense for me. About 10 years ago, I decided I'm going to invest in self-care, and a big part of that is my skincare, and it has really paid off. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts about any of this. If you guys have any questions, I'm just a skincare enthusiast over here sharing what I love. Not only that, but also body care, overall care, and our sort of emotional, mental health too thrown in there. I love you guys. If it's been a while since you've seen me, say hey to me down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.